What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Bedrock here on the Xbox One. So guys, it's been a minute since I've seen you, but I do have some good news. And that good news, guys, is of course in between episodes I managed to build Silent Whisperer's Moss Farm. And let me tell you, this thing produces bone meal like you would not believe. I actually have 4 chests here. I got a little overzealous with the chest, but this is just letting it run for 1 hour. And the cool thing about this machine is these hoppers here all feed into this dispenser here. So this machine is completely self-sustaining. So we have a ton of bone meal now, which is absolutely awesome. And if I don't want to make bone meal, I can actually switch it back over to get moss carpets and azalea bushes and all that good stuff. And we even have some more over here. So that's going to actually lead us off onto our very first project of the day. And of course, guys, our very first project is going to be getting rid of all of this torch spam we have on our football field. Now, when I made the football field, it was like right before 1.17 came out, and we had known that the moss carpet was going to be included in the game. And obviously, building this before it came out, we didn't have that. So now that we do, let's go ahead and let's get rid of all these torches. And what we're going to do is place pumpkins, or jack-o'-lanterns actually, underneath of these torches and then put moss carpet on there. So we don't have to look at torches all over our field. And thankfully, we of course made this pretty nice pumpkin and melon farm early on in the game. So we have a ton of pumpkin and melons at our disposal. So I'm going to grab 2 stacks of pumpkins. I think that should be about enough. And I'm going to go ahead and carve them out. And then we'll just use the torches that are there and make them into jack-o'-lanterns. And just like that, guys, we are about halfway done. So I figured I'd show you like a little before and after. So if I can land here. Oh, I missed it. Let's get back up here real quick. All right. So as you can see, this looks a lot cleaner. I mean, obviously it looks kind of a little bit uniform here. And I might like spread some moss carpet around, like extra ones later on. But for now, it looks a heck of a lot better than torch spam. So, for now, this is the current game plan. Like I said, we'll occasionally spread some of this around and, make it look a little less clean. But gets rid of all the torches, and I think it looks a little bit better. So, I'm going to go ahead and, of course, finish up the little bit that we have left. Look what I remembered, guys. We had a dog sitting over here the whole time. Jerry! He's just been sitting over here. I had completely forgotten about Jerry. I'm sorry, bud. We'll have to come back for him. We'll have to put him somewhere, somewhere where we'll remember him. So here we have it, guys. No more torch spam on our football field, so there's no more mobs spawning on the field. The only place where they're really spawning now is on the track, so we'll, of course, just need some white wool, and we'll come back and we'll finish that up with carpeting eventually. Ran out of pumpkins and torches, so, we have enough coal to make more torches, but I really don't want to right now. I kind of want to do something else. So I figure while we have all this moss in hand, we may as well go ahead and finish off this little part of the mountain. Because as you guys remember, we did that part over there, but we have this little section right here. So I'm going to wait till it becomes daytime, and then we'll go ahead and we'll start bone mealing some moss blocks. So guys, while I do this, I actually wanted to ask you guys if you happen to see, of course, Minecraft Live that happened, and they availed, Minecraft 1.19. I'm pretty excited about what they showed. 1.19 definitely seems like a step in a different direction for how Minecraft's been going. They unveiled, of course, they're revamping swamps, which is pretty cool. Swamps are kind of dead. I mean, there's not a lot going on there. You have you slime spawn there and some other stuff, but it's not like you're not in a rush to go find a swamp biome, like you are like a mesa or anything. But they said they're going to add frogs, which I think is pretty cool, and they're adding new mud bricks, which is something different. And they said you can actually create mud with dripstone you can create clay now with dripstone and mud. So clay will now be farmable, which that's pretty cool because, I mean, you guys know we're kind of holding off on one of our bigger builds in the city because we need brick. And we need a ton of clay to obviously make that brick, and that's kind of like the holdup. So, you know, that's pretty awesome that that's finally happening. It's something I'd never thought, like, I'd see in Minecraft is farmable clay. Because for those of you who, like, started playing Minecraft kind of late, clay was actually kind of like a hard to find block. It wasn't, like, as easily found as it is now. I forget what update it was, but there was actually one that made clay, like, spawn more in the world. So, you know, clay hasn't always been this easy to find thing where you just go swim around in rivers. And then, of course, you know, we have where you can trade with villagers now and get bricks, which, you know, you could never do that before either. So they're trying to make bricks, I think, more usable in the game, which is pretty cool. I think bricks might need a little bit of a texture update, only because, I mean, they're kind of like bright for a lot of builds. They're hard to build with, and you don't see a lot of people actually building with them. But, you know, for the meantime, I think this is definitely a step in the right direction. Where was I? I was here. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. They also announced that the Deep Dark is going to actually be like a dungeon kind of area. And the Warden is that a tree? And the Warden is actually going to be a boss that you're not actually going to be able to kill, or they don't want you to kill, which is kind of unusual. That's something they haven't really, you know, done before. Yeah. So, you know, they said that he's going to have something I saw on Twitter. I follow some of the Minecraft guys. They said that he's going to have like 500 health, which is absolutely insane. So, I mean, that'll be pretty cool to go find our first Deep Dark. I guess it's going to be called the Deep Dark Dungeon. I don't know, but I'm assuming that's what they're going to call it. But that's going to be pretty neat to go find that in a world. Of course, you know, we're probably going to have to go decently far out because we have been waiting. Yeah, I think that's good enough for now. Because we've been waiting for the 1.18 to drop, which is a new terrain generation. So that's why we haven't, like, explored further than we have in this world. But, oh yeah. I love these moss blocks. They're like terraforming on easy mode. They really are. I mean, you look at that and that looks completely different from how it used to look. Plus, we have all that grass. So, alright, well, we just finished that task, so that's one more thing done. If you guys are wondering what happened to these trees here, this is, remember that raid that I told you about a few episodes ago? This is kind of where the Ravagers came through, and they completely wrecked all these spruce trees, so we have to go and fix that. So, let's go ahead and let's go bone meal, finish bone mealing, of course, our hillside here. So, needless to say, guys, I am pretty excited for 1.19 to come out. Of course, we still got to get through 1.18, so, I mean, 1.19 is going to be a ways off. I believe it's coming in the spring of 2022, so, I mean, quite a ways off. Obviously, 1.18 is supposed to drop this winter, so, you know, pretty excited about that. That's going to be pretty cool. So, we have a lot to look forward to in this game, and a lot to look forward to in our world, so, I mean, that's pretty exciting stuff, especially for, you know, a content creator like myself, because, you know, it gives me fresh ideas, you know, and things to make, so, pretty excited about that. Now, this hillside here is almost done, actually. Go ahead, drop some bone meal here. Just kind of sporadically bone mealing, even though it looks like I'm not, but yeah, just that little bit of bone meal kind of adds some life to this hillside. Might go ahead and put some trees in here too. You know, that might help. There's a little gap right there we got to get. But, yeah, I mean, I think the frogs are going to be pretty cool in 1.19. Of course, like, any new mob is always kind of cool. I don't know exactly what their purpose is, you know, aside from just being like a mob in the background. But, hey, you know, it was cool to have frogs in our world. You know, if we ever build a not a farm, but if we ever build a zoo, you know, it'll be pretty cool. We can have frogs in our zoo. You know, we got to get another parrot, and we got to get some, of course, pandas, which are a giant pain to transport back. But, you know, that'll be pretty neat. All right. That looks really good. I like that. Adds a little bit of life to the hill. All right, so that takes care of our next task. So I guess now we should go find a horse. Because if you guys remember, in between episodes, Roger actually died. So we need a Roger 2. I think it's only fitting. In Roger's memory, we need Roger Jr. Well, I guess since it's now nighttime, I didn't manage to find a horse, but I guess we can see if they fix creepers not dropping records. So let's go ahead and take care of that zombie there. And let's see if we can find ourselves a creeper here. Okay, I still have my armor on that has thorns on it. Alright. Oh, boy. What has thorns? Of course that has thorns. Why wouldn't it have thorns? Get out of here. And I think my boots do, too. Alright. We're going to drop this here real quick. Alright, let's go see if we can find ourselves a creeper and see if they start dropping records again. Because we didn't get a record last episode, if you guys remember. But this is on the new update 1.17.4. It actually just came out the day before I recorded this. I've been kind of lazy with my recording, but let's go ahead and bring this creeper on over here and see if he wants to drop us a record here. There are 2 skeletons in there now. Oh boy, that ain't good. Please don't kill each other. Alright, come on. Alright, creeper 1 is in there. Alright, well that worked. Alright, so I guess we just... Oh, jeez, there's like skeletons everywhere. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and take care of this guy. Alright, and there are now 2 skeletons in the boat again. Please don't kill each other. Please. You guys are such potatoes. Okay, well, whatever. We have a skeleton in a boat. I probably should have thought that through and put like a non-mob in there, but... Alright, I can go ahead and toss this back on too, since evidently I'm just killing skeletons left and right. But did you guys happen to see the mob vote for 1.19? The mob that ended up winning was called the Ally or something like that. Basically, it's a mob. It's almost like a hopper, but it's a mob. It's pretty cool. He basically, like, you give him an item, and then he... Did that work? Oh, yes, that worked. Did it work? Yes, they fixed it. Get out of here. I don't need these. Alright, we got our record. I'm out. Okay, bye. Out. Yep, good enough. What did we get? We got Maul. Do we have Maul? I don't think so. But anyways, yeah, he's basically like a hopper. So you give him an item, and then he goes and finds more of the item. So I don't know exactly how they're going to implement that, but... Oh, yeah, we do have Maul. Man. Well, we can at least make the cool design here. We're getting stock in our store. It's cool. But I don't know how they're going to implement it, but it does seem like a cool idea. So, you know, we'll have to see what happens with that. How did you spawn? Huh. I finally managed to find myself a horse. My gosh. These things would not spawn in. So we have a choice of brown with white spots or brown. He's brown with kind of like black markings. Let's see actually what he's like. Oh gosh, no. Okay. Oh, no, no, no! Random creeper. Alright, let's go ahead and take care of this creeper. I'll take that gunpowder too. We can make some more firework rockets, but... Okay, he seems kind of fast. Doesn't have that many hearts, though. But I don't think Roger did either. Alright, well that was quick. So let's go ahead and slap that on him. Let's see what he's like. Okay. Not super fast, but he's not super slow. I think he's worthy of Roger too. I really do. He seems like a good, strong horse. But I was over here, guys, and this is actually where I ended up finding the horse. Our base is like right over there. And you guys remember this abandoned village that we have? So I've been thinking about like ideas that we could do to, you know, kind of keep this place. I mean, it's not really useful, let's face it, but, you know, it's kind of cool. What I was thinking is that we turn it into like an archaeological site. Like maybe we don't use like these houses here, but we take these houses that are over here, like right around here, and we kind of like make them like so like dirt and earth collapsed in on them and stuff like that, and then like we can make it like they're discovering, you know, this village. I think that might be a cool idea. But yeah, yeah, that'll work. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll make it kind of seem like this all like collapsed. We'll make it like a bowl. We'll build up the earth around it, and we'll make it seem like, you know, we just discovered it, because they already said that they I'm pretty sure they said that they aren't adding archaeology in this coming update, which is kind of something I was looking forward to. You know, that and also bundles, they said, will not be in 1.18. So I don't know what the deal is with those. I don't know if we're ever going to see bundles, but, you know, it is what it is. But I think that'd be a cool idea for there. So, all right, let's go ahead and move on to... Hiya! Ha! On to our next task for the episode. And for my next trick, guys, I will stand in a hole in Bedrock. No, I want to try and get the Supersonic achievement, and I found a really easy way to get it from what I've seen online is to just, yeah, we got to build up, is to just build up a tower and then fall basically into it rather than trying to fly into it because, I mean, I'm on a controller, so, you know, I can't quite tune it as much as, like, say, a mouse and keyboard. So they said oh, that's not what I wanted. They said the easiest way is to just kind of build a tower up like this and then kind of just fall. And then once you get down to, like, the ground level, just start tapping A to hit your cape. And you should be able to get the achievement. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but we're about to find out. So I have, of course, a bunch of stone because I mined down. And yes, I did actually skip iron for a change, but we're just going to go ahead and build on up to about world height. And we just keep on building. This is riveting content, but hey, sometimes it's what you got to do to get achievements, right? I'm going to have to mine this whole tower down too. This is going to be a pain. Alright, so we just keep on mining up. We'll go to about 200. Because this goes all the way to Bedrock, so I'm pretty sure that should be enough to get the achievement. I don't know. But basically, it's like walk off the edge and then like hold A. So let's see if we can go ahead and get this here. Alright. Almost there, guys. We only got another 50 blocks to go. If my cape would quit activating, this would make this a lot easier. I'm actually going to build a pad when I get up here, too, in case this achievement doesn't work. And then that way, we don't have to keep, like, climbing up here and all this stuff. So, alright, we are almost there. 3 more. Alright, we'll go like this. We'll use diorite. Alright, so we're at 200. So we'll go like this, so we know kind of like the general direction where we got to go. That'll be like our diving board. Let's go one more. You know I'm going to do this and then like fail. And then have to like do this again. Alright, that is rather intimidating. Thankfully I do have a totem of undying, so I guess here we go. Alright, so I spammed A and my cape activated. So I guess now we have to sit here and wait to see if this achievement will pop. Oh my gosh! We actually did it! We just got the Supersonic achievement. So yeah, if you guys want an easy way to get that achievement, there you go. That was pretty cool. I'm actually surprised that worked. Alright, now can I get out of this hole? Ha! Haha! I did it. Alright, I'm going to go sleep and then tear down this tower, and I guess we'll continue on with some projects for the day. So guys, the final project for today's episode is I want to kind of like sketch out where we're going to put a massive river. So if you guys remember, I said I wanted to put a river around the football stadium, kind of like curving around over here, and then it's going to curve up over this way somehow, and like, you know, go around our school a little bit. So it'll basically come up here and then curve. Now, what I want to do is I want to curve the river around this side also. So it's going to come out and around like this way, and then it's going to come like kind of this way a little bit. So basically our farm that we set up early on is going to be gone, and this cliff is going to basically be like even with the river like over here. So this will be like a cutout, and then we'll just continue the river back this way, and then we can build like, you know, a bridge over it to keep like, you know, maybe this mountain area going, or we can just like, you know, we'll figure out something. But basically, we're just going to make a giant river is what I'm going for. So I kind of want to sketch out, you know, we need to close this area in here. I don't think there's going to be anything back here. Maybe we'll put like a maintenance shed for the football field or something like that back along this side. I don't know, or maybe we should actually put it over there because the school will be over there. So I think that'll make more sense. But let's go ahead and actually let's sketch out, of course, the far side for, where this all is going to go. And what we're going to put in like this area here is we're just going to make it basically a spruce forest. So this like stadium will kind of be like surrounded by spruce trees on all sides, the woods. And I think that'll look pretty cool, and it'll give people like, maybe they snuck into the stadium or like couldn't get a ticket into the stadium, so like, they're like building little shelves on trees and like they can sit and watch the game, something like that, kind of add a little backstory, so to speak, to the world. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll start sketching this out, and then I'll show you guys, what I've got so far at least. Alright guys, so I got our general outline in, so I kind of started it back here, and then it's just kind of going to loop around. I'm going to like knock this corner out and make it like a little bit more of an arc, but then you can kind of see how it would go up here. Now what I think we're going to do is like this will be like a top layer, and then what we'll do is we'll build a cliff, maybe like 2 or 3 blocks high, and then that way we can drop the river down a little bit, and then like we can build our town slightly lower, and then that way we'll actually be like into actual terrain. And then I won't have to keep like building in the air and using so many blocks. So I think that'll make it easier for us in the long run. And then of course, I didn't do over here, but we're going to continue it along here, up through here, and then curving over this way. And then eventually what I'd like to do is, kind of make it meet up along our main road behind our school, and it can be like a Riverside Drive kind of thing. And then we can start to put like businesses like ports and stuff like that, like, like big boats that would go on it. And I think that'd be pretty cool because we have like an industrial sector up there, and then we can have even more. So it gives us a little bit more room for ideas. So I'm definitely thinking that's going to be cool. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and I'm just going to lay down all this dirt. It's going to be flat for now. And then we'll go ahead and add some like topography into it. And I know that's a pretty big word. I'm just surprised myself that, well, that was tragic, but I'm surprised I used it myself. But we'll go ahead, we'll get this all filled in. I'll add some dirt, we'll grab some spruce saplings and we'll grow them up. We'll do some 2x2s and of course some single tall trees, and we'll see how that looks, and then we'll put them all along here. And then I'll actually be smart and I'll light it up. I know, another weird thing, right? All right, guys, so here is the final check-in of the episode. So I went ahead and I put some spruce trees in. I did some 2 tall, like I said, and I did some 1 tall. I need some more saplings, obviously. You guys remember, like, we did that giant sapling farm, or spruce farm over there. So we definitely used, like, all my saplings in the world. So I actually went and got more on top of the ones I had already planted. But it's looking pretty thick, which is good. I want to make this, like, an actual forest. I didn't put any like the lighting or like the extra, okay, I just landed that. Any like the extra stuff like the lighting. But for now, this is, good enough. This at least gets a general idea across what I'm going for. So, oh, I got that. Okay, cool. So, I do need to add more saplings, more trees in here, kind of like thicken it up. As you can see, I added some like hills and stuff like that. They look pretty cool. Gonna make like rocks jutting out of there and like boulders and stuff like that. So, I mean, there's a lot more detail we can add into this, but we're gonna actually have to save that for episode 51 because this next episode, guys, I think I'm gonna do a world tour. I was kind of tossing the idea around if I should do one or not, and I'm leaning towards I should, only because like we did get a lot done. I mean, it seems like I'm taking my time with this series, and like the first like 20 episodes are pretty slow. But we have a lot of stuff in this world. So, and plus it brings in a lot of new viewers. So, I appreciate every single one of you guys that have subscribed. And, I always am looking to grow the channel. So, I think a world tour will be in store for the next episode. So, with that being said, guys, if you happen to enjoy today's episode, make sure you hit that like button. As always, leave a comment down below. I always like to hear your ideas. And as always, make sure you subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.